What's bonking, Internet land? Welcome back to another episode of the No Skill Podcast. Hi, how's everybody doing? It's been a while since we've been by the old campfire and had.
Been a while. Sorry.
Been a while.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's too late. Never mind.
No, stop it.
We don't need any of that right now.
Sorry.
I first saw you. Sorry.
Right. So where were we?
Hi, Internet. Welcome back to another No Skill Podcast. We're here. We're back at the campfire. It's been a while. How have you guys been? How are you doing? I think the last podcast we had was before we hit our 1,000 sub milestone. Hi. Hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome if you're new. How you doing if you're old? But welcome in. Well, there's been a lot of things happening in the realm of anime. Sorry that these two are playing DDR on either side of me, but you know, this is what happens when you drive distracted. But
I just don't have a VR.
He just hit his face.
This dumbass dragon.
But so we're going to talk about anime and anime culture just because the world has been shooketh with some of the animes that have been coming out recently and some of the big announcements, i.e. one of the things that these guys are excited for is the Demon Slayer movies that are coming up.
The fucking trilogy!
So just a heads up in advance, there's probably going to be some spoiler alerts. So I'm apologizing in advance. If you don't want to hear it, fast
you haven't
forward where you
seen
don't
that
hear it.
last episode of Demon Slayer yet? It's your fault. Get fucked.
I haven't watched any of season 3 yet.
Get fucked.
Get fucked.
Normally, dude, that's why I like a couple weeks ago I muted myself, and then you guys just straight up moved me to the hangout, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Because they said, okay, we're not going to talk about it. And then you muted yourself and wouldn't unmute.
Well, because I was playing the game. Anyway, regardless, derailing.
It was his fault.
You can't pause in a multiplayer game, Mom.
Mom.
But no, so anime culture, all this fun shit, how it started, how it is now. First off, as the old heads of the group, I want to know, I'll get to you in a moment, Youngblood. What got you guys into anime? Like, what was the animated cartoon that made you go, "Yep, that's cool. I want to be a part of all of
I
that."
already know my answer. It's such an easy answer, bro.
Go for it, then.
It's not even like a single anime. It's just simply Toonami. That's all it is. Toonami had everything going for it. And they had all the great shit. They had Big O on there. They had Dragon Ball on there. They had Full Metal Alchemist. When that first came out on there, they had Bleach on there. They even had Naruto on there. Fuck, if it hit 11 o'clock at night, you had to deal with bitch-ass Inuyasha. That was on there.
Inuyasha is the reason why we have furries.
Don't let me in with that.
You're dead. Yes, you.
No, fuck you.
But also,
I deny
one
it.
of the shows just that I got into when it came to Toonami was Zoids. Like, Zoids was my...
Oh my god, Zoids was the shit. I love Zoids. I had the video game on GameCube. That shit was tight.
Dude. An age-old classic that I wish would make a comeback, but moving down the line, Mikey.
There were Saturday morning shows that were imported, Yu-Gi-Oh, Naruto, Digimon, Pokemon, Digimon. Those were like my starting ones, like early Saturday morning cartoons. But the one that really swayed me into like the goofy kind of weird culture of anime, 2001 is when it aired. I was very young, and Metabots was the shit for me. I still love that series. I think it's fantastic, and it's not like the most well written, but it had so much character and so much unique charm, and it was stuff we didn't see here. And then, like, eventually, 20 something years later, the US released Real Steel, which was just adult Metabots with like boxing, and it was fucking great. Everybody loves that movie. I want part 2 so bad.
Yeah. So that for me, when it comes to anime, I was watching the same like Saturday morning animes and then Toonami, but I thought for like stupid DJ, I thought those were just differently styled Americanized cartoons.
I believe it. Nobody knew back in the day. Even the parents were like, "Oh, that's a weird cartoon." Meh.
Well, shit, even like one back in the day, and it may not be considered. I don't care. I consider it anime. Gargoyles was on at 5 a.m.
That is not an anime.
I consider it one. It's not a fucking cartoon, that's for sure.
It's a great piece of Western media. That is fucking epic. Don't take that away.
Western animes.
Like, it don't say Avatar.
It is though.
That's such a one example.
Batman.
Oh.
All the Batman stuff.
That only Batman Beyond I'll take on the technicality because Batman Beyond was so far ahead of its time.
Batman Beyond was the shit. Man, they don't have enough Batman Beyond movies or video games.
They really don't. It's a crying shame, and the fact that we got the worst Flashpoint movie instead of Batman Beyond is
Oh my god, bro, that movie was.
the stuffers a mill in her trash can.
Thomas Wayne was the best part of that movie. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, but
Anyways,
I think the anime that got me into actually wanting to watch anime and think, oh, this stuff is actually kind of cool. It's a break time between two. I know I discussed one of them a while back when we were at the Simple Campfire. You should check it out. You can find it. But it's a break time between Girls Bravo because anime girl titties. Go figure. But then also Kenichi. I was such a
the
huge
mighty
fan.
disciple.
Yep.
That one's so fucking good. It's such a good show.
Deserved more than the 50 episodes it got. It deserved a good 80 to 100.
Yeah.
I'd watch a movie. I would love a Kenichi movie.
I like
Kenichi X Baki.
That's what I was just thinking. Kenichi, Baki, Kengan. Oh,
my god, the triple threat.
Which that was a crossover that was actually really fun to see. Was the Kengan Baki movie? That was actually fucking awesome.
Hold up. We gotta go down the line one more and see what got.
I know. I'm getting there. Hold on. Don't jump ahead.
I'm not jumping. We're sidetracking here, dog.
All are. But Brandon, the
Yeah,
anime
boy.
that got you into thinking anime is actually kind of cool. I want to watch more of it.
Now, I know we've already answered this in a previous podcast for all our wonderful regular viewers, but same answer as before. Naruto.
Gangster. I can respect that.
Naruto, the
By
witch.
technicality, at the time I was way too fucking young and I didn't even know it was anime. Technicality, Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, but Naruto is what really got me into it.
Naruto, the one show that any new anime fans just like, yeah, I think I'll be able to watch the entire series in like maybe 3 weeks or a month.
Yeah, I was watching that shit like fucking 4 or 5 years old when I was going on Adult Swim, literally like at 11:30 in the morning. That was like the first thing that would pop up, and that's what I was watching before I went to bed.
See, I never this is just Deej, and I have such a mad respect for Naruto, but I've never seen it. And then when I saw how long the series is, as it at that point in time at where it stood, which was I think more than 900 episodes, it's like there's
No, that's
point
One
in
Piece.
starting.
There's like 900 episodes for Naruto between Naruto and Shippuden.
I think it's 500, but still, the point is it's not 900.
And now you got his dumbass son.
We don't count that
Oh,
one.
don't even. Yeah, that show was so bad. The original writer came out of retirement. That should tell you how bad they fucked things up.
Yeah.
And apparently it's gotten better, but I still don't want to give it a chance.
It's like,
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Studio Ghibli has signs posted up at the office not to let Miyazaki back in the office because he's supposed to be retired. Just show up trying to break into work. Just an angry old dude with a cigarette banging on the window. Let me in.
It was
I guess I guess Naruto Normal had 220 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and then Shippuden had 500.
So about 700.
That's
Nice.
insane.
See, that's why at that point I'm like, you know what? It's not even worth, at least for me, starting it because I'd have to go through
There's all the
much.
movies that we're not considering there also. However many
There's
there are.
I think there's like a dozen, no joke.
And then Boruto because shit.
I don't know.
Well, no, you
I
meant-
still catch myself sometimes being like, you know what? I'm going to watch it all again.
I go back to certain episodes. I
Yeah.
definitely go back to certain arcs.
I definitely
did that with Bleach, right?
I'll definitely
watched
catch
Bleach.
myself skipping fillers, but you know what? Yeah.
Dude, Gara and Rock Lee, that gets me every fucking time.
Yeah.
Every single time. And then the reunion when it's Gara and Rock Lee versus Kimimaru. Oh, it's so
it's so
good. I love
good.
that shit. The fact that we get the drunken master fight, the drunken boxing fighting style in an anime,
Yeah.
so well done. Oh, that's goated stuff. That's so cool. Sorry,
Yeah,
big
you
Jackie
got
Chan fan over here.
Same. I love Jackie Chan. I was a huge fan of Jackie Chan Adventures. Another great underrated anime.
Not an anime.
I know.
Yeah,
His character's just like, I can't look at you right now.
little green diarrhea flavored shit, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Why are you eating diarrhea?
I don't know.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? No.
No.
Sorry.
But I wanted to take a moment to talk about that because you mentioned Studio Ghibli. Is everybody here like a Studio G fan?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Princess Mononoke was like the first anime movie I'd ever seen, and it still holds up as one of my top 3 of all time.
Dude.
So good.
I'm not gonna lie, I put Studio Ghibli on a pedestal because they just don't miss. From like Totoro, Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, and what was it?
Spirited Away is it's a masterpiece in my opinion. I love Spirited Away.
Actually, funny enough, Spirited Away is the one that I haven't seen.
But dog.
That's a fucking class act of an anime right there, dog. What do you mean you haven't seen Spirited Away?
Well, long story short, I did not know that Studio Ghibli made it, and around that time, I was like, you know what? Just no.
Huh. So I'm gonna let you know on a piece of advice right here. Every year, Regal does Studio Ghibli Fest, and they air their videos in theaters. If you're ever, dating a chick that likes anime, or whoever you're interested in that likes anime, dude, Studio Ghibli movies on the big screen, popcorn and a soda, you're fucking set. You're in.
Guaranteed handy in the movie theater.
I didn't say that.
Oh my god! But
just don't. I can't.
I
Because I did do that one.
You good there, Mikey?
I'm sweating.
This podcast is brain rot already.
I can't.
Before we started choking on himself, fucking, I was gonna say, I wish that one of those theaters are near me because I would definitely go to one of those.
Oh no, dude, it's a great experience, and then the HD remasters of today, they're so good. I went to the Akira in 4K. Oh man, nostalgia hit me. I was living a fucking great life for that hour and 45 minutes. That shit was so solid. The Ultraman movie did not look as good in theaters, but man, was it fun.
Oh, dry Lord. Sorry. For some reason, you said Ultraman, and I thought Ultra Lord from Jimmy
Oh,
Neutron.
Shane.
Yep.
We're talking about anime. You're on Jimmy Neutron. Get the
Another underrated anime.
I will
Nope,
hit you.
I'm not.
I will
Nope,
hit you.
That's not one. That doesn't get the cut, sir.
Okay,
I had to
so
take my hands off. Sorry, continue.
I was about to say, is he about to strike me? All right, so I want to delve into the culture of anime, like how it started, how what brought us here, and how it came about. Because when I was growing up, you were that dorky nerd kid who deserved wedgies, swirlies, and being stuck in a locker for liking anime because it was so geeky. And now to see that come insert amount of years old that I am later, everybody and their mom is in this fucking nerd culture. What do you guys think of that? Like, do you are you one of those, this is like, I was there first, I'm the original elitist kind, or is it like, you know what, the more the merrier with you? Well, we'll start with you, dude. How do you feel about all this?
I really hope you didn't just point to me.
I did.
Yeah, he did.
You did.
God damn it! What the fuck? Get back to me on that one.
Okay. There's about to be a long-winded explanation.
We're
I
here
am
for it,
very
folks.
happy. Huh?
I said we're here for it, folks.
Okay. I am very happy with where it is now. I'm happy people get to enjoy it. I'm happy it's already available, even for other people getting into it or myself. I am very happy that the community is accepting of each other, and it's so wide and so varied, and there's a lot going on in it. And I love that that's where the culture is going, and that it's getting more mainstream to a degree. You can get on Netflix, you can get on Amazon, you can get on Hulu, you can get on Peacock. Disney Plus even has anime now.
Gargoyles.
And You're close enough for me to punch. So yeah, I'm very happy with where it is, and the fact that that it's becoming more mainstream, and that it's influencing the world around it, and people are getting involved. And it's crazy because, like, I was just telling Brandon earlier that Ski Mask the Slump God was at Anime Expo as a guest, or no, sorry, not as a guest, as a fan, hanging out, taking pictures, had his fucking like $250,000 diamond covered Millennium puzzle necklace on, and like full anime drip. I think it's cool that, like, as a society, we're there now. Because I remember back in the day, this is not exaggeration. I got into fights at school all the time because you did get shit talked if you liked anime, if you liked Yu-Gi-Oh, if you, Lord forbid, if you played any of the kind of dorky pop culture games. It was grounds to get your ass kicked. And now I remember those days and like ending up in a couple of scuffles and getting in trouble with a couple of teachers because there were some harsh words exchanged every now and then. And I'm really happy we're away from that and that people can enjoy it and that it's going so crazy. As now you see anime in video games, you see anime in movies, you see the references in mainstream like live action media, you see the adaptations. There haven't been many good ones, but you know, the One Piece wasn't too bad. The
Yu Hakusho was fire.
Yu Hakusho was very good. So like it's getting there, and I'm really happy with that. I'm okay. I said it this way. I'm really up to. I think it's going to be going in an incredibly cool direction where in the future it's just part of the culture for everybody. Parents are used to seeing it. People who normally would make these crazy high level productions are more incentivized to be like, all right, well, the My Hero Academia movie did pretty good. The Demon Slayer movie did pretty good. Jujutsu Kaisen did really good. Let's go ahead and fund like whatever the next big series is. Like, I'm just throwing it out there. If they did another Jujutsu Kaisen movie with like longer runtime, high level budget, could you imagine the turnout that would show up now versus when the first one came out when it was kind of unknown?
Oh yeah,
I theaters are still filled for him, bro.
Exactly. Like it would be packed houses across the country, and I think it's really cool that that's where we are. That's headed. I do get angry at some of the younger fans who are just like, oh yeah, I know everything about anime, and like I've been here since the beginning, and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
This shit started back in the 80s, dog. We weren't even here at the fucking beginning.
Exactly. They're like, yeah. Oh, then they'll say shit like, I watch old anime. Like, oh yeah, what's that? And they're like, oh yeah, I watch. What was the one that I heard the other day? It was not.
Is it gonna upset me too?
Yeah, no, this is definitely gonna piss you off.
Okay, I love that.
Oh, now I remember. They said I saw Bleach before the new series came out, like before the 1,000-Year Blood War. And they're like. And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, no, I saw like the older series when it came out in like 2012, and I'm like, you little, it came out way before that. You got the reruns, you little shit.
Yeah, I was seeing Bleach on the Adult Swim like when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, early 2000s, late 90s.
I was watching that shit as the episodes came out week by week.
Oh yeah, and I get that elitist attitude all the time. They're like, yeah, I watch all these classic shows. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, and they always catch the reruns, and I'll be like, all right, cool. Have you seen Hellsing? Oh no, I've never heard of that. All right, have you seen Trinity Blood? What's that? Okay, let's just go a little. Try again. Oh, the remake? You know there's an original. You're just trying to piss me off.
That's like a quick right hand, bro. That's a quick right hand, just to the jaw.
Every once in a while, I get heated at the new fans because they do shit like that to me. But like, I think we're in a good place, and I think we're heading towards a good future. Let's get somebody else. My blood pressure's high.
Because I definitely want to unpack a lot of what you said, because you hit the nail on the head of like how widespread, like how easily attainable and watchable anime is, because you have so many outlets for it, whether it be like, you know, Crunchyroll,
Yeah,
Crunchyroll X Funimation. You have to put the X in there. Like Pocky X Kengan.
But you're right with like Crunchyroll. I remember having to watch it on Anime Planet, and then and Hulu and all these other places and outlets to where you can actually watch anime compared to back then when you had like such limited resources. Like you had to stay up to a certain hour to watch them on TV, and uh and then going forward with what you said about the whole, yeah, you were likely to get beat up if you were that nerd. There was many a
Oh, for
times
sure.
I had before DJ was a 6 foot monster. DJ on many occasions had to run home because he was donning some sort of like anime gear, or I had like a sticker on my backpack that other kids found weird, and I had to sprint home, fearing for my life. Shit was different back then, and now everybody and their mom is on this train, and it's actually kind of fun to see.
Back when me and Mikey were in high school, we used to play Yu-Gi-Oh at lunchtime.
Yep.
We had a group. We'd take center table and play Yu-Gi-Oh throughout the whole lunch break. Woo.
It caused conflict once or twice.
Yeah, but like you weren't exactly small. I was kind of big as fuck back then, so it wasn't too much conflict, luckily. But
Yeah, but yeah, it
probably,
did
like,
happen.
Jocks, football players, goddamn farm kids.
The farm kids were the fucking worst.
They were the fucking bane of society.
I remember a good one time too. Somebody said something to you remember Robert we used to hang out with back in the day?
Malcolm. Oh, yeah. That's what I called him. I never called him by his first name.
So we were playing one day. One of the FFA kids shows up and is like, "Oh yeah, you play that?" And he says something so bad we're not allowed to say it on this podcast. Teacher doesn't bat an eye, and this kid swells up and starts getting in our face, starts trying to grab at shit. Fucking rip the desk out from between us. I'm like, "You got something to say, asshole?" Teacher immediately jumps into fight or flight. Teacher who knew us at this time, he's a family friend. He's known me for a lot of years. And I think in that whole time I've known him, I've raised my voice like once, maybe twice, over the span of more than half my life. He knew it was fucking go time, so he comes running over, breaks shit up. He's like, "Whoa, let's just keep calm. Let's de-escalate." I'm like, fuck, man. But that shit did happen. People would get confrontational about bullshit like that. Had that teacher not been there, that 100% would have been a fist fight. Just, shit like they used to piss me off. And now we got these kids, they're fucking My Hero Academia fucking Converse with an umbrella that has Card Captor Sakura on it. Yeah. You know the Hot Topic look right now. You got the fucking My Hero Converse, the black shorts, the anime T-shirt with like either a katana or a Card Captor Sakura, or Sailor Moon umbrella.
So basically,
I don't hate on Sailor Moon gear. I remember watching Sailor Moon in the 90s. I don't give a fuck.
But you're basically saying that's half of Newberry Comic and half of New Hot Topic.
Yeah. And Box Lunch. I don't know if anybody's seen Box Lunch, but that's a pretty wild and ass anime store.
You might
like it, DJ. They got anime knee highs.
I need to go to this one spot that has a store completely dedicated to anything and everything anime. I just haven't had time to go there.
Called Etsy.
They got good shit on there. I'm not gonna lie.
That's where Etsy's where I got my my metal spiked cuffs that I'm not allowed to wear anywhere. Bastards.
Yeah.
They said it to
everyone's all fucking safe nowadays.
Yeah, so I can't even wear my damn waist chains. You just hook onto your lip sleeve and pants. I can't wear those anymore.
Well, they're fine.
They're fine with a whole ass persona suit. I don't know why. It's like, yeah, you can't wear that in public, but
I mean, you can.
If you mosh in the fursuit, I'll kind of respect you because that's some heat you're dealing with in there.
Yeah. Speaking of mosh, did you see the fucking show of people playing Magic the Gathering in the center of a mosh pit at a metal show?
I did.
You know, that's not anime related, but it's still part of like the nerddom culture, and that seeing shit like that just pleases me. It makes me so happy.
It's showing up everywhere.
Nobody fell over. Everybody moshing respected the fuck out of that Magic game.
Because metalheads are honestly some of the kindest people ever. Like there's a respectable game of MTG going on. Do not fuck it up. Because I remember
the singer's like, keep the lights on so they can read their cards.
show was this at?
I don't. I'll find the video and send it. It's so
It's-
fucking great.
Because that was honestly one of my
It's-
biggest pet peeves. Even though I wasn't into MTG yet, I hated when there was two people playing MTG respectfully, like it's lunchtime, and they're just having a good time playing some card games, and then people just like, so what are you guys doing? And then shuffling and messing up the playing field. I'm like, that was just uncalled for. You had no need or reason to do that.
Yeah, no, things were kind of wild back in the day, and it's a very different team than it is now. When you have like Shaq and Ski Mask and Lil Yachty and Trippy Red showing up to these events and just making it cool as fuck and hanging
Post
out, and, like,
Malone.
having fucking Post Malone.
Dude, Post Malone reps Magic hella hard and wears hella anime hoodies and gear everywhere he goes.
That's one of the things that I wanted to bring up, which actually before I bring that up, I still need to get Brandon's opinion of how the culture shifting, how you feel about it.
Well, given that I grew up at a way later time than you guys were in school.
Yeah.
Ow, fuck me.
Bitch ass kid.
I'm kidding. Proceed.
I was kind of like towards the tail end of that, where when I was in elementary, it was weird and people didn't like it because I would play Yu-Gi-Oh with friends when I was in elementary. And then going into middle school, it was still kinda, but no one really gave a fuck. And people had their own thing. They just, did their own thing. And then in high school, no one cared. Me and my cousin would just be there talking about, I don't know, fucking Pokemon. So we'd just be randomly playing Pokemon, like, when we're at home or some shit, and we'd be talking, oh yeah, that's cool, blah, 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 this and that. I caught this last night, or hey, do you want this, or do you have whatever? And no one gave a fuck.
No.
There's no cares at all. That's kind of like my experience was. It was weird, but then it just teetered off the older I got.
So he was right there at the fold.
Yeah. And I was at the time I was in elementary. I was in Arizona, so I was in the city. I was in Phoenix. I went to a city school. There was a lot of people, and
No wonder they didn't bully you. They were too busy trying not to die from heat stroke.
that too.
Yeah.
We were always in the shade, nowhere near the sun, too scared to have our cars maybe catch fire as soon as it touches the fucking concrete.
It's like, dude, this is at the time before they were called foils. Like, bro, this is a holographic. Okay, I can't have this in the sunlight too long.
Trying to blind motherfuckers.
That shit
But now
like a
that
match.
But now that brings me to my next point of like when you said celebrities are rocking it, and that's my next question is: do you think is it because the celebrity that you likes it? That is why you like. Wow. Okay, I'm butchering this.
I think I get what you're trying to say already.
Would you
But
still
I'll
like
let
it
you
if your favorite-
finish.
Yeah, would you
Because
still
it's a
like it if your
cultural
favorite
norm
celebrity
now?
did it?
You know,
Like say Posty didn't talk about his nerddom, would nearly as many people still want to be a part of the culture, or are they only a part of it because this one person that I like is?
I
Well,
think
you-
it goes deeper than that. Oh, what's up, Thomas?
No, I mean, like me personally, I don't even like a lot of these celebrities, I guess, as they're called, too much. Like, I'm not a huge Post Malone fan, honestly, but when I see them like going and playing Magic, going to anime cons, doing stuff that society, like when we growing up, for us, society considered that out of norm, and like you said, like you get bullied and beat up and picked on stuff. Like I remember getting some kid in elementary school slap my Game Boy out of my hand, and that shit like hurt me hella bad. I was upset as fuck about that. Yeah, right. But like to see it now as part of society, just like becoming something that's considered normal. Like the rest of my family doesn't fucking get it. Right. So like seeing that society's evolving to a point that everybody's just accepting it anyways, and it's becoming a normal thing everywhere, it makes it awesome. Like I had a customer at my job who is a corrections officer, and I spotted something on his keychain. I was like, is that a Demon Slayer keychain you got going on right there? And ever since then, every time he comes in, we just talk about anime for a while before he leaves.
Like,
It's just
why not?
it's just cool to see that in every field, and it's not just us nerds anymore that are into it. Like people that used to hate on it are getting into it now. I mean, fuck them still for being haters back in the day, but it's good to see them change their mind.
I mean, shit, you got like he doesn't really do anything like anime or whatever because I haven't really seen him talk about it or do anything about it. But fuck, you got people like even Snoop Dogg going to like events for like Call of Duty, Battlefield, and you got like T-Pain, who is a huge nerd apparently now. He shows it on stream. And we got like people like Logic, who he openly says, "Yeah, I watch anime. Hell, one of my albums, all I was watching was Trigun and Cowboy Bebop, and that was what was playing in the background when I was making my music." And it's all kinds of shit.
Both those shows have a fantastic fucking soundtrack, which is why.
Yeah, and fucking he was just talking about how much he's just into nerd culture, comic books, anime, video games, all this shit. And it's just a norm now, and celebrities are now embracing it. And people are starting to see that.
Marvel Comics used to be for geeks back in the 60s that didn't have any friends, and now it rules the fucking media industry. So, like...
Yeah, now some of those comics that they bought back in the day are worth hundreds upon
thousands of dollars. My dad used to buy every comic as it came out every week back in the day, and I guess my grandma had gotten rid of them at some point.
Oh,
the whole box.
David donated them. Yeah, exactly. Just threw them away in the trash and got rid of them.
Whoever found those made bank.
If they did,
they
could have just went to the pile.
That too. They could have gone to the furnace.
I hope someone found it and made some sort of use out of them, or is keeping them to increase value. Either way,
kindling is great use.
Was for somebody.
For somebody.
Yeah, it's crazy to see the evolution of everything and like actually watch it from being a kid and being picked on about it to now everybody wants to know everything about the shit they used to pick on us about.
Hell, growing up in like from going from middle school to high school, I used to see just mangas in the school libraries.
Yep.
And I'll just read them. I remember reading the entirety of Full Metal Alchemist because they were there in my library before I saw the anime.
I think we had a manga section at our high school. It was a small one.
Yeah, it was like one shelf.
It was like two half shelves stacked on top of each other. But like that was it.
We had Full Metal Alchemist, Fruits Basket, some Bleach, some Naruto, and then the weekly Shonen Jump Mag.
Yeah, that was I think the only complete one was Full Metal.
Sucks.
I think the only complete one was Full Metal Alchemist. Everyone else was like maybe a couple issues of like Naruto, maybe a little bit of Dragon Balls, blah 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 blah. But it was all scattered, not in order. But yeah, it was like maybe two shelves.
So our manga section was just the complete series of Dragon Ball and Death Note. And
good choice.
So that's when I was like, okay, so this is manga. And then when I saw that they actually put on TV, I was like, oh, so but what came first, the manga or the anime? And please don't kill me in the comment section. I know now.
Bro, I know now. Strangled for that shit.
That's still one of the funniest. That's still one of the funniest debates that I love with people. It's just like, which one's better, the anime or the manga? And the same argument can be said of like, are you dub or sub? And that's us fighting amongst ourselves.
I think when you have like a niche diehard culture like that, though, everybody's going to have their own opinions and takes. And some shows have their strengths and weaknesses. Like the one that's going to get everybody. The ending of Soul Eater in the manga is way better than the ending of the anime because the anime was hot dog ass. But
yeah,
huh?
The ending, the rest of it,
the rest of it's fine. But like the ending is just weak. But in like Cyberpunk Edge Runners, dub beats sub in my opinion if you can understand it because they got everybody who has their native accents to voice those characters, and it's so rich, especially being from California where the show's based. You feel it. You've seen these characters before. You've seen them in your day-to-day life. You're like, oh man, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, because
you got late, didn't you?
Because you're gonna run into a lot of different kinds of people in Cyberpunk Edge Runners shit. You go from I don't know, some random dude, he has like an Indian accent, he is Indian, and all of a sudden you go to a Latino, that he's being played by a Latino voice actor. It's just it makes sense. The characters fit and it makes the world feel real compared to the sub where it's all voiced by Japanese people.
And it's crazy because there are some sub shows where the studio is so diehard they'll do that. Like Megalobox did that. When they introduced the foreign characters, they spoke their native languages and it was subbed. And then you're rehearing it and you're like, that fool's speaking German. He's speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
Whoa, oh, hey, he speaks English. This show is so legit. Like some studios really go that extra mile to bring those characters to life. And I can see how little things like that will 100% divide the community. Because there's always a purist. Every community has a purist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they need to shut the fuck up.
See, there's the other side of the set spectrum.
Dude, I used to be like on the fucking argument that you gotta watch it. I don't give a fuck. If we watch the same anime, we're getting the same fucking story. Rather how a couple of the words may be different between subbed and dubbed. Oh well, fucking bite me. The only if the voice acting's not shitty, we're getting the same product there, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever
especially
the hell
nowadays.
Ghost Stories is.
Oh, the fucking Ghost Stories.
Hold on. That is my favorite, bro. Oh, I can't repeat anything that show says.
No, you
No, you
cannot.
cannot.
Please don't.
But yeah,
That's
like
why I always just
especially
leave it up to.
I was also
love
gonna
that
say,
show so
especially
much.
nowadays.
Watch the subbed version actually for that show. Like, I'm gonna go back on what I just said. If you watch that in sub, you're a fucking dork. Watch it in dub, get a laugh. Holy shit!
I was gonna say, like, especially nowadays, where dubs are like increasingly getting better compared to how they were back in the day. It's that argument nowadays for a lot of anime now. It's like whatever you prefer now, because dude, a lot of these dubs are just as good as subs nowadays.
Yeah, that's why I just chalk it up to
You're gonna piss off a lot of people with that statement,
No,
bro.
no, fuck them.
Silence, silence, silence.
I agree. Fuck them.
Let DJ go.
Yeah, I just that's why at this point I'm like, you know what? Whatever your preferred method to, ingesting and watching your preferred anime is, fucking do it. If you can speed run reading and then continue and pay attention to what's on screen, good for you. If you would rather just listen to it in English, that way you can, just enjoy what you're watching all the way through. Good for fucking you. Live, goddammit. That's all I can say. Because I have a couple of friends who are super elitist, and they're like, if you watch anything in dub, you're not even worth my time. And I'm like, damn. Okay.
Make sure they see this part of the podcast.
They don't watch our shit because
Mike,
they are so snobby.
Because they can't watch it in sub. That's why.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can't. Put the captions on.
But now rolling forward of how progressive anime culture, nerd culture, but especially anime culture has been, I love the current state of some of the content that you can ingest. You can tune into a Twitch stream or YouTube stream and watch an anime girl talking about anime. VTubers exist in the world now, and they all
they're taking over the world. They're so powerful they can't be stopped.
This man just put his hood up from that statement.
Dude, I was watching some of the highlights at the most recent Anime Expo, and Iron Mouse, for those that don't know who Iron Mouse is, you really need to. Another classic case where she was flaming Connor because he wasn't buying her a cinnamon roll stuffy, and some dude pays Connor $20 to kiss a stuffy that somebody gave her on stage.
I saw
the
that
entire
shit.
time. And this, for those that don't know about about basically what a VTuber is, think a Twitch streamer, but instead of seeing the actual person, you see an anime girl.
Mhm.
She's doing the same shit, but but no flesh, just PNG. With fizzies, her mouth can move, her boobs move, all that fun stuff. The fun stuff.
They're multi everything. It's not just an anime girl. I need to elaborate that. There's cars, there's guns, every spectrum of character you could think of. There's that person. There's several furry ones.
Shit, I'm gonna be getting one eventually.
You are a VTuber. I don't know why we're just dancing around it.
Well, yeah, true. At this point, yeah.
You're just a VTuber, man. You're an indie VTuber. How does that feel?
Kind of weird, but you know what? I'm okay with it.
I feel right, Brian. I feel right.
All right.
And I don't mean this man. More like this man because he got me onto it. Like when we started making what we thought we could do for VTube models, but we can only upload them to VR chat. So look forward to an actual character that is actually made, like handmade by me at some point, and a character handmade by him at some point.
This character is handmade by me. No. Are you discrediting my work?
Damn.
I totally forgot about the other side. I was like, wait, oh yeah.
Fuck.
No, we're doing upgrades. We did get into because I do want to become a VTuber at some point, and I would like to get into it. And I decided to go with the VRoid 3 modeling setup, and VR chat is going to be like the test setup. And if I could get that figured out and learn the technical aspect of it, I'd like to go a step further because you could pay somebody to do it. My brain's super neurotic, and I like to know how things work. I think it's because I work on cars. And I have to know how the vehicle in front of me is working for me to be comfortable in it. I'm just super weird like that. And
Have fun
yeah,
learning Blender or Unity. One of those two.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
You're gonna be there a long time, though.
I know. But yeah, that's just how I work. And it's VTubing is an incredibly weird aspect and of streaming culture right now. And like you said, it's just getting bigger. It's influencing IRL streamers, like the whole Mouse and Connor relationship, the Hollow Live taking over Dodger Stadium. Niji Sanji has a deal with the NBA now. Love him or hate him, that's insane.
And that's what I love is like you have these whole, not just like individual VTubers, but whole ass companies such as Niji Sanji, Hollow Live, VShojo, Face Connect, Idle Live, all these all these corporations that have seen this hot market and went, yep.
Hell, even in animes in general, like how big Jujutsu Kaisen has gone and their deal with McDonald's.
Jujutsu Kaisen's in McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And to add on to that, there's more collabs that I'm sure people aren't 100%. Rick and Morty is getting an anime release in a few weeks.
What the hell?
It's an Adult Swim exclusive, full anime release of Rick and Morty. I mean, everything's being outsourced to a proper anime studio.
I can see it. I can see it.
The DC Universe, the Sewer Slide Squad is getting a animated series as well, and it's going to be a multi-piece isekai.
Multi-piece isekai.
Yeah, it's going to be like an 8-episode series and it's kind of like Gate. They get transported to another world and have to go do stuff over there, and the trailer's them fighting orcs and elves and like dwarves and shit. The Batman Samurai one they're doing another part. And this one's got Peacemaker and Deadshot and Harley and King Shark and all those guys.
Because I remember seeing something on HBO Max a couple weeks ago that said Sewer Slide Squad Isekai. Like it was actually called
not out.
Sewer Slide Isekai.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
Wait, it's gonna be on HBO?
And I think so, because I was actually, this isn't anime related, but I was about to watch some guys' grocery games because I love food shows. But I saw Sewer Slide Isekai and I went, huh. I'm going to add that to my queue.
If it's going to be on Max, I'm going to watch that.
I don't know where it's coming out. As far as I know, Crunchyroll signed a deal to put it a couple of places. But like, it's crazy that Marvel, Disney, and DC Comics, Dodgers, NBA, fucking McDonald's, all these companies are mixing with anime now because they see that that's what people want. That's the market that hasn't been tapped yet by a lot of mainstream medias.
Like, what are my goals? Like, one of my goals is I want to go to Japan because, like, one of the things that I love seeing, especially for those that know the VTuber group Hollow Live, Gao Gura, she actually has motion ads in the the Japanese subway system. Like, you can just see her face slathered everywhere, advertising, insert product here.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want that weeb experience of walking down the street and seeing like Korone advertising sports drinks, and then you go further, and then there's Kamen Rider advertising pachinko parlors. You go a little further, there's an actual Gundam standing on the corner, which I know it just got taken down. Don't stomp on my dreams, but like,
yeah, dude, Japan, you're going to Tokyo, you're gonna see anime fucking everywhere. It's everywhere.
I'd hope so.
And it's amazing. I definitely would want to go out there one day.
My secret dream NoSkill live videos would be the boys go to Disney World and the boys go to Japan. I think we'd have a lot of
Oh
fun
my
on those
god,
road
we
trips
need
together.
to set this shit up now. We need to talk
That's like
about
one of my
that.
long-term goals.
Hell
Like, all right,
yeah.
we can do this. We can
Yeah.
do this.
We can
I
make
don't
it
think we'd make it. We couldn't film at Epcot though because they have the drinks from around the world in the World Showcase. I think we'd get to like Germany and then the footage would just be swinging everywhere and shit.
But also,
Ooh, the
we'd
footage would be
also have
dicey at that
to.
point.
We'd also have to be careful about in filming in Japan, especially with how things have been going recently with content creators and streamers out there, and they don't like content creators right now. They
No,
really don't.
They don't.
you have to be very careful. You have to be very polite. And if
Yeah.
you think you're in the wrong, you probably are. Stop what you're doing.
Yeah,
That's why
no,
before-
Tom. Japan has gotten some bad customers with like certain content creators and streamers that have been going out there and totally disrespecting the culture and
Yeah, it's gonna be
disrespecting
awful.
people. That
It's not
too.
just him. It's been a couple of other
It's
ones.
a couple
I know.
other ones, yeah, and they've been really bad. Some of them would get arrested and shit. Like
It's like
bad.
going anywhere new though. You have to respect. You're going to a new place that's their place. Respect their customs. Respect their culture. Understand that you're a fucking guest. This
Yep.
isn't your house. And some people just have a crazy entitlement issues because it doesn't matter if you're going to Mexico, Germany, Japan, Australia. You're a guest there. Act
Yep.
responsible. Act respectful, and understand that if they say, "Hey, that's frowned upon here," they mean it. Especially in Australia. If they say, "Hey, that's dangerous," it's fucking dangerous, man.
Those people are
Don't
crazy.
feel like you're gonna die.
Like one of the VTubers that I watch, she does IRL streams. She always announces the immersion break for those that are really still affected by immersion, whatever. She does IRL streams, but she always keeps her camera pointed down, so that way all you're seeing is the street, and then she'll pan up when she gets to her destination. Then you have the likes of Connor, CDog VA. He calls ahead to his final destination and asks in advance, "Is it okay if I film here? Tell me what I can and cannot shoot while I'm at your location. I want to be as respectful as possible." And if they say no filming, guess what? He doesn't go there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how you do it. Even here, there are rules for everything people play business. So say you go to a theme park, don't just start filming there. Contact your HR and say, "Hey, I'm doing this thing. Is it possible? This is who I am. These are my credentials." They could look at you and say, "Oh yeah, you're low risk. Go for it." Or they could say, "Yeah, you dropped a couple of words we don't promote for this company and organization's image. Please don't show up and do not record." All right, fine. I get we're walking different paths. That's like how you have to do it. But people are dipshits. Everyone trying to get famous and be, "Oh, look at me. I'm so goofy and zany and crazy. I'm going to tape a bottle rocket to my nutsack." That was a very specific example. Sorry.
That's one hard part about this whole content creation thing is because, you hit the nail on the head. We'll get back to anime in a moment. But, like, the hardest part is, like, now everybody wants to get that internet fame and internet celebrity status, that they're willing to do anything and they don't care who it affects. Like the whole disturbing public employees while they're on the job. I watched this one video where this one dude, he goes to a Walmart, goes to the checkout counter with the thing of Mentos, and he makes it roll all the way from the back of the actual conveyor to the front, and as it gets near the cashier's hand, he rolls all the way back, and he's just filming the entire time. And the cashier has to still maintain a respectful rapport because he can't go apeshit because he's the employee.
Yeah.
And then there's me. I would have scissor kicked your head from your shoulders and sent it to aisle 7 if you did that to me.
Oh yeah, at my last job, I would have lost that shit in a heartbeat. I don't care. I didn't want to be there that much anyways. That's like, it's go time, bud.
Like, if you're one of those content creators, just know I absolutely hate your guts. If your entire shtick and stigma is pissing people off because clicks, get a fucking life, dude. For the love of God. You're not liked, you're not welcome.
You know who doesn't do that, though?
Who?
VTubers. Because they're digital, and they can't hurt you. I'm just saying, like, they're better in every way.
Well, you heard it here first. I'm better, apparently.
Dude, VTubers are just because it's like, you know what? It's any VTuber can tell you one of the things that they want in their community is they just want their chat to be comfortable. Like, come and hang out.
Have fun. Shoot the shit. Laugh. And kind of like derailing back to our original topic of like the culture's coming to a new age and things are all merging. Are you aware that there are VTubers that exist and their characters that already exist in the mainstream media before?
You know what?
Wait,
That's
what?
crazy. But wanna know what we should do? Ad break. We'll leave that for when we come back.
All right.
W, take it away.
Hey guys, it's me, DJ. Real quick before you go anywhere, I just wanted to remind you guys about NoSkill Entertainment's still ongoing partnership with Dubby. Yes, they're still hanging out with us over a year later. And trust me, they have an array of delicious flavors, such as Dragonade, Dub Sludge, and Galaxy Grenade. And hey, maybe caffeine isn't your thing. They have zero caffeine hydration formulas, such as Water Melanda and Pineberry Splash. And if any of these flavors piqued your interest, please use code NSE for 10% off your total order at checkout. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys later. And welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed that pretty little ad read. And also, join the Discord. Do you hear me? I'm talking to you. You, right there. Yeah? Come on. Let's go. We're there every single day. We're always in the VCs. I'm just simply saying. At least these two, they are constantly in the VC. He comes in too when he's not at work. I come in late at night. But just know we're all there and we want to hang out with you. So come on in. Come on through. Let's play the finals together. Or whatever everybody else is playing. But now, before we were on break, you were saying something.
There are VTubers that exist and that anime has influenced this culture so much that were characters before VTubers were a thing. There were characters before a lot of mainstream stuff was a thing these days. I'm going to blow your mind with this first one. Sonic the Hedgehog is a fucking Sega-sponsored VTuber.
What?
Huh?
You can get on YouTube and find the
What
Sonic the Hedgehog
so
VTuber right now.
Okay.
And he's great. The dude kills it. Holy shit, there he goes.
You know what? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I've never been that much of a fan of the character, but all right.
I think it's because you're seeing too much of him.
Definitely seen too much, but not in the way that you think.
No, probably in the way I'm thinking.
Okay.
Ambiguously staring, letting the audience imagination run wild.
There's not much to imagine. We all know.
Ron.
Anyways,
stay away from that.
yeah.
I do.
Sonic-
Apparently, no one believes me.
Sonic the Hedgehog is a corporate sponsored VTuber. The cast of Ruby is voiced and streamed and produced by the original cast members and voice actors of the TV series. So Ruby Rose, Yang Xiaolong, and I believe Weiss, and I don't know if Blake's. Blake is. I don't know if Weiss, but the lovely ladies from Rooster Teeth hop on. They play the characters. They interact with other people. They just did a collab with Melody, Snuffy, and I want to say Zentrea recently. And it's crazy to watch these characters that were made from a TV show that ran almost 10 seasons and has been through multiple iterations and survived the corporate buyout and then eventually bankruptcy and shutdown of Rooster Teeth, and now is owned by Viz Media, continuing on their life as VTubers and Viz Media properties. Like, that is insane that these characters just exist and these people get to go do these things and like continue the legacy on past what should have been the length of the series a long time ago.
Has there been confirmation of they're going to be moving that series to other streaming services?
Viz Media bought it and they're going to do books for now, and then they're thinking about doing a 2-part animated series. As far as where the rest of the property goes, it's in corporate limbo.
Oh
yeah,
that sucks. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind when seeing it on like other streaming services, like I don't know, Crunchyroll or even Hulu.
Right. That's what happens when corporate buyouts happen. There's a lot of people that get left behind and a lot of properties that end up in he said, she said, we have these rights, they have these rights, and it's just jumbled up, and we're in the waiting. We're in the wins. We're waiting until we get an answer from
I never
side.
saw it past season 1, and all the other episodes were always on the website on Rooster Teeth. So I'm like, I guess I'll miss out on this one.
The one hard part is when they locked it behind becoming a Rooster Teeth first member, because it's like, you know
Yeah.
what, I'm already subbed to you guys' YouTube channel. I go to your website, then you're just like, by the way, you have to download this app and actually give us money to watch anything. It's like, yeah, it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
We're not like trying to downplay Ruby, because I've still never seen a fucking episode. But
I love that series.
even
Well,
I
fuck.
know, like, that was probably one of the most, next to RVB, one of the most popular series to come out of Rooster Teeth, and I'm really glad and happy that it got saved and was able to be picked up by somebody else, because, well, nobody can really pick up RVB because half the cast is fired. A quarter of that cast doesn't want to do it anymore, and the rest that are okay with doing it don't live in the. Well, actually, I forgot. Did Bernie leave the country too?
I have no idea.
Because I'm pretty sure some of the cast fled the country.
They
Not
all
fled,
moved, and
but moved away.
life took them in different ways, and that's unfortunately a problem when you have major studios like that. They had hella people on the cast, a million projects going at one time, lots of different sponsors and like shareholders coming and going. You can't keep track of all that. You're gonna lose something, and that's why a lot of the anime that lasts for so long works. It's one studio making a lot of executive decisions to keep things moving and to keep people on the payroll.
Oh yeah.
And it's a bit of a free for all over on the Western Front. The only like powerhouse that holds on to all of their shit forever is Disney.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, I still remember this is a long time ago, but I still remember the first time I went to RTX. So they had this one showcase. A lot of people were waiting in line for, and it was a fan made game of Ruby. Like, it was a hack and slash RPG, and they bought it from the dude so they can finish making the game themselves.
Yeah, I have it. It's a fun game. Like, it's Ashes of Remnant.
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
That sounds dope. I might have to look it up then.
Yeah, because man,
What?
I saw the first season, and then I saw the Japanese made one, which was sick.
Yo,
the animation on
Ice
that,
Queen was dope.
that animation on that one is so dope. Such a good.
It's crazy when
animation.
you give like a Western property to a actual like Japanese animation studio.
Yeah,
The crazy weird bastard child that comes out of it is so good.
it's so good.
It's so fucking
I
good.
recommend that anyone who's interested in that go watch it. It's sick.
Sorry, I had to yawn for a second because it's almost.
Oh, I thought you were saying something. I saw your mouth open. I'm like, did I lose connection?
No. But also respect to Ruby, because I think, like, I'm happy that somebody picked it up, because that series does not deserve to be, shot and killed because Warner Bros. Pulled out.
Yeah.
And I do hope that one day we can get the show on some streaming service somewhere.
Right.
Because
Don't
it'd be a
NBC2
really
this.
shame. It'd be a big shame.
Keep it in corporate limbo.
Yeah.
But that goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the podcast, like all the different sources that you can watch, anime on. I've recently been watching a shit ton of anime on Netflix, a place that I didn't think I'd ever watch anime on. Because I remember Netflix back in the day was just a mail-in movie service.
Oh my god. Yeah, the original Red Box.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm sitting here burning through Tekken Bloodline. And I'm like, dude, this is actually kind of great that there's anime on Netflix. I was not expecting that one, and they have some of their own originals.
So that kind of brings me to a point I wanted to bring up of how all these crazy big studios are now investing in anime. Netflix has some solid original anime, especially with stuff like Kengan and Baki, the crossover they did.
Yep.
I
The
actually like
live
Bastards.
action of fucking One Piece.
Dude, that one made people weep. It was such a fucking fever dream that nobody ever thought would happen. The fact that
Yeah.
Oda signed off on it and showed up at the Hollywood what are they called? It's not the review, it's not the debut. I don't
know. It's like a red carpet showing or whatever.
Yeah. With the fact that he showed up to the Hollywood red carpet in disguise to make sure everything was good and that everybody who saw it was happy, that's legendary shit right there.
Yeah.
And that's just Netflix. Now Prime's doing it. Now Disney's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Now Hulu's doing it. Now Peacock's doing it. Like, it's so wild to see all these wild original titles that never would have been greenlit by traditional companies coming out and becoming smash hits. Like, I hate to keep going back to it. Edge Runners is fucking goated.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of other studios wouldn't have taken that risk.
Oh no, definitely not.
Like, as a guy that didn't know anything about, Cyberpunk, I've never even played the fucking game. When I heard this man talk so highly about Edge Runners, I'm like, okay, let me give it a watch. It probably won't be that fucking great. By the halfway through episode 1, I was just like, hold the fuck up. Let me sit up straight, sir. Okay, I'm locked in now. What happens next?
It's such an intense show. It's
Oh, it's
so
so
good.
good. And I think my brother and myself are the hardest fans to please for that, because we've been a fan of the cyberpunk genre for very not the series, the genre. And I'm talking like original Total Recall, Johnny Mnemonic, The Matrix, Ghost in the Shell. Like all that stuff very shaped a lot of what our taste in pop culture is in today. And when you show up and say, "Hey, we're going to do this game and it's going to be all these cool things," we're immediately doubting it because we know how hard it's going to be. And that's why we were so forgiving on the initial release, because it did really well, but it had issues. I've seen lesser games show up with the same issues and somehow get less shit, but I'm not getting into that here or there. And when the series Edge Runners came out, it just delivered. And having been a fan of, what was that? Studio Mappa or Studio Trigger? I think it was Trigger. It was one of those two. I've seen their stuff. I remember Gurren Lagann. I remember Kill la Kill, and like, dude, it delivered. It was a well-rounded experience of them, but it brought Night City to life. You fell in love with the characters. You fell in love with all the city and the story and the intertwining backgrounds, and so much so that CDPR is getting a spin-off of it. And dude, I'm so excited for that. They delivered so hard the first time. I'm curious to see where the spin-off goes and if we get to see more of the gangs of Night City, because everybody loved Maelstrom. Maelstrom was sick as shit in that show.
Yeah, they were. And it goes to show that even after the freaking success of Edge Runners, CDPR brought their shit back, and now Cyberpunk is a good game, especially with the latest DLC.
The DLC is out there winning awards, like bringing Cyberpunk back into the light.
Yeah,
I hope they continue like trying to take risks on old properties like that, because how do I say this? This rinse, recycle, repeat BS we've been getting in our media on this side of the world sucks so much. Did you see that a Harold and the Purple Crayon is getting remade?
I did not. What the hell?
And it's not a good lead role. It's the guy who played Shazam.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be good. I don't think anybody asked for that. I would like something new and original, not Harold and the Purple Crayon.
There's just a lot of remakes coming out, and then there's a lot of live action remakes too. Most no one asked for.
Yeah, I didn't need another Jungle Book. I didn't need another Little Mermaid.
Didn't need another Cinderella. I don't know, Snow White. I don't care. Whatever, bro.
Real quick before we go on this harp train, last thing that I want to say about Cyberpunk and Edge Runners. Adam Smasher.
Adam Smasher.
I was just
like, Tower. Sorry.
I was like, we're talking about Cyberpunk and nobody has done it.
Because I'm feeling very passionate right now.
I know, and now we can go back to it, because I agree. Like some of these Disney films that I grew up watching, and now you're wanting to remake them, give them a live action feel. Didn't ask for it. I still have yet to see any of them.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them either.
We have a lot of youngins in my family, so when I'm babysitting, I'm stuck watching a lot of these movies.
You at least have an excuse of there's children in the room that will be entertained by this. But
yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep that comment internalized because I'm just going to offend somebody. Because there are adults who like to go watch these movies. There are certain types of adults, and I'm not going to call them out directly, but some people like that sappy kind of like make them feel young again BS because it's a story they know already. Watch something new. Watch something crazy. Do something wild.
Like I have my Disney my Disney itches, and I have like one of two movies that I ever want to watch if I ever want to like get that inner feel good feel. I'll be honest, and y'all can call me gay in the comments if you want to. I love me some Swan Princess and Thumbelina. But that's about it. Those are the only two that I care about. And I watch them once every couple of months, if that. They don't need live actions. They're fine as they are.
Yeah, they're just good movies.
I can't really say that I have a Disney itch at all, really. I don't think I've seen a Disney movie for like 7-8 years now. Something around there.
Yeah. Any of the more recent ones. I still have never even seen Frozen. Don't care.
Good for you, man. That movie sucks. It's like, objectively speaking, Frozen has such shitty writing. And I don't care what anybody says. They can fight me on that. What carries it is that it's a cutesy musical. And I'm not even going to lie. This is how you know I've seen it. Some of the jokes in there are inappropriate as fuck. They are not made for kids. What really keeps it going is that it is a brightly colored, goofy musical. And that's why kids fucking love it so much.
Like, the only reason why I know what the Let It Go song is because I found a mashup of Let It Go and Quad City DJ's Space Jam theme song.
There's a lovely cover of it by Betraying the Martyrs.
It's a good cover. It's a very good cover.
Ooh, okay. I'm about to get that.
That's
But some of these, like, I guess you could say one-hitter animes where they're just a simple one season, insert amount of episodes here. Like, Konosuba was such a good time.
That's not a one-hitter.
Konosuba's got a new season and a
It
spin-off.
has 3 seasons and a spin-off and a movie.
And a movie.
It's not a one-hitter.
What about, like, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord?
That's also on season 2.
Yeah.
No, it's on season 3.
Yeah.
I'm going south with this explanation.
It's such a good series. You should watch it.
It
That's
is.
one of the few trash fans. Oh, I've watched the first season. Shut up.
Yeah, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord is pretty good. Watch it, bro.
It's pretty good. Is your analysis of it?
It's one of those shows where if you fan out too much, everyone's like, "Oh, you're only watching it for the fan service." Yeah, you damn right I am. I want to see a demon.
Fuck else do you think I'm watching it for?
I want to see him kick ass, take names, and fucking win the girl. That's exactly what I signed up for in this show. I'm not holding my hands. I'm holding my water.
Not gonna lie, dude. So ever since I saw Konosuba, Wiz the Lich has been my my home screen on my cell phone ever since.
Let's go. He gets it. He gets it.
You never feeling that lich up?
Dude.
If you want to, this technically doesn't even count as one because it could get a second season if they wanted to make one. I don't know. I've heard it's been in limbo. I don't know, but this show, So What If I'm a Spider, or I'm a Spider, So What? That was a good one.
Show.
That's on my watch list because it looks like it'd be cute and funny.
It is good. It is cute, and it's funny. It's really good too. It's actually a very cool spin on the isekai genre, and it's really good. And it can go into a second season, but it doesn't have one, and hasn't even been announced for one. It's been there for like 2-3 some years, or something like that. I don't know. So who knows?
Does Reincarnated as a Slime have a second season?
It's 3.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious, DJ? Just shut the fuck up.
He wants to get hit.
Damn it! Holy shit!
It's actively releasing season 4 right now.
Yeah.
Season 3 right now.
And
it's got a movie.
And a movie.
No, just a movie.
I think you're just stopping after the first season of all these shows you watch.
Yep. Well, because at the time there was only one. Because it was forever ago when we watched Konosuba, but there was only one season. And then for a period of time, I fell off of anime because, quarantine. And so I filled my time with copious amounts of video games and sleep. And so then when I come back to it, I'm like,
catch up on all the anime. What the fuck are you talking about?
It makes sense to him.
To him, yeah.
Fucking god damn it.
We were there with him too. During those times, yeah, we still were able to do it. We still watched anime.
Yeah, I filled my time with video games and sleeping because I'm like, you know what? I'm a gamer nerd. I'm gonna, especially around that time, Overwatch was like taking over, and I'm like, you know what? I want to be a part of this. And I was streaming Overwatch every single fucking day for like 10 hours.
That's your choice. You made yourself unhappy while the rest of us are watching Demon Lords and Vampires and Slime save the day.
Woo!
And that's why I got to catch up on Demon Slayer before the movies come out.
You're forgetting about the Overlord.
And Bleach.
Yeah, he's not really saving much.
Yeah, he's expanding.
Big Bad Bone Daddy is not a hero. Not by
Not
any
a
stretch of the
hero.
imagination.
Said who?
Said who?
Said who? Say when, motherfucker.
Say when.
Hey, win.
Oh my god.
I mean, if you don't want
Oh,
a
fuck.
hero, just go to Tanya the Evil. That's a good one.
Yeah, we can't say who she's referenced off of.
Me?
But what if it was cute? Yeah. have I showed you that meme?
Not
That's
yet.
a real. Oh yeah, I gotta find that after this. That's a real thing somebody made. All right, DJ, let me help you with this. With the one season show that it was legendary. It was good. They never did a part 2. Dead Man Wonderland was such a go.
damn
Bro.
it.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Damn.
Just got a
Holy
visceral
fuck.
reaction from our cast.
Ooh. That threw me through a loop. That one.
Oh man, I read the manga to get the end of the story, and it fucked me up so bad. There was like a couple of parts where I had to like put the book down and walk away because I was so stressed out. That
Yeah.
story went places. It was so good.
It's so fucked.
It's supposed to be fucked.
It is.
It
It's a
is.
dark
It's
story,
a
and
very
like,
dark
it ends
story.
really interesting. I don't know if I would have gone that way, but there are those shows where they come out, they take you on an emotional roller coaster, and then they just leave you high and dry, and you're off in the void to figure out what you're doing with yourself next. Like the end credits roll, and you're sitting up that moment of post nut clarity of what do I do now?
I'm just gonna just lay here on my bed in the dark, contemplating what the fuck I just watched.
Talladega Nights. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I think the DJ was trying
Someone
to
tell me what to do with
convey
my
that
hands.
He's tired of these shows that come out with only 12 episodes for one season, and then it leaves it open for a second season, and then it's just ignored for 10 years.
I hate that shit. That's exactly what my point was with I'm a Spider. So what? Exactly that. Where's the second season? Come on. I see the manga.
You know what
It
show did
continues, damn
fantastic?
it.
It only has 2 or 3 seasons. Bofuri, maxed out defense.
Yeah, Brofery is good too.
Oh,
That's
that show's so weird.
that show's fantastic. What do you mean? It's adorable.
There's no reason any of us should
Fucking
like it, but we
adorable.
all do.
We all do, yeah. I mean, it
It's
has a
'cause it's all-
second
'cause we
season,
all-
but
Look, it's because we're all gamers and dream of having that high enough defense stat to just say fuck the world.
No, I really want that one that summons a poison hydra. That's kind of dope. I'm not gonna
But
lie.
that it explains in the show that it's based off your defense stat.
I know, but like the
Hey.
concept is just fun.
I just want to be
Don't-
overpowered with all defense, bro. That sounds fun.
I'll beat you up with my shield.
Honestly, too, and the Spartan shield check would just be a fun way
Yeah.
to play a game. Just fucking ramming into everybody.
Yeah. I need to watch that show. I haven't seen the second season. I should watch from the beginning again.
Because I know the one that you two like
Pretty good.
finished- like the one that you two finished recently that you guys were raving about is Kaiju number 8.
Dope as
Dope.
That
as fuck.
show is taking the world by storm right now.
I'm
The
surprised.
ending, the last episode was not like an epic episode. It was a great final episode to a season to set up for season 2.
Yeah.
Because
In
that's
that
director,
11th season, when the 12th episode wasn't out and the 11th episode was the new one, when that ending, I was like,
Oh,
why are
my
you making me wait?
God.
I had to wait a week for that shit.
Shit was tight. That whole show was tight.
Yeah, I still remember my buddy Alex. I went to the bar last weekend and I was telling him about how you guys were talking about Kaiju number 8. He drops his fucking bottle of beer and he goes, "Did you say Kaiju number 8?" He pulls me aside. He's just like, "Let's talk about it." I'm like, I haven't seen it. Grabs me by my collar with both hands. He goes, "What do you mean you haven't seen it?" And I'm like, "I haven't seen it. Just take my wallet." God damn it.
There's a lot of
doesn't
anime
even-
that you need to see, bro. There's a lot of good ones out there.
But when it comes to Kaiju number 8, as an outside third party who hasn't seen it, but I've heard you guys talk about how great it is, give me a brief synopsis. I'll leave it open to whoever wants to tell me. What is the damn show about?
Fucking kaijus.
I need a storyline.
I'm sorry, somebody
Okay.
else do this. I'm angry.
Here we go. I got you.
Go, Thomas, go.
I got you on this one. I just finished smoking. Let's see what I got. All right. You got Pacific Rim with no giant robots, all right? So it's just
Okay.
up to defense soldiers, and they have to use basic technology, guns, artillery, to take down the kaijus. Doing so, they can use the kaiju to make new weapons to fight better and tougher kaijus and create armor against them and shit.
Monster
So
Hunter.
Monster
yeah,
Hunter.
pretty much. It's Monster Hunter across Pacific Rim, actually.
And Earth
That's a-
Defense Force.
Yeah.
Man, not so much, but kind of. So it's about a guy who's like 30 plus years old. It's his last chance to get into the defense force, right? He barely passes somehow. Or no, he doesn't pass somehow. So before he gets into his test, it's into the first episode. You're gonna watch it. I don't care. Some mini kaiju fucking crawls down this dude's throat, turning him into a kaiju, right? Just like a humanoid kaiju. He starts fucking shit up. Nobody knows who he is, and now he's trying to be a human soldier in the defense force to fight other kaijus.
That's it. That's the show.
That's the show. He wants to fight kaijus. He gets turned into a kaiju.
Reminds me of Attack on Titan. Wants to fight Titans.
A little bit Attack on Titan there in that moment. Yeah, I'll give you that
Yeah, a
one.
little
I would
bit.
say
The main character's not a punk.
Yeah. And he's just like an old dude. Like everybody else calls him old man. He's only 32, 30.
Yeah, 32.
And I'm about to be 30. Fuck off. He's not old, is the point. All right.
Welcome to the club. Are you excited?
I will. You midget. Short.
I'll get you a fucking knee brace so if you
You're
want to
gonna have
fight
to
me,
beat
you have
that
a
one
chance.
out. I hate you.
I love how I'm the oldest one here, but I'm the least broken.
Bullshit.
And my
You tore
job-
your meniscus playing VR.
How many
Yeah, the-
No, it was
cars have
already
you been
torn.
hit
It just
by?
made it worse.
Okay, how many cars have you been hit by? All but a semi? No, this dude.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah.
And I'm still vertical.
Talk about
No
least
braces,
broken.
no wraps.
Didn't you fall off a ladder and have to take off a month
Yeah, for physical therapy, and I'm free with flying colors.
from falling off a ladder?
You know who doesn't need physical therapy? People under 30.
That's
You know,
still there.
the bones are still made of rubber.
That's me.
When you're like 16, 17, you can just get hit by a truck and get up and walk away. Once you get like 25, it doesn't work quite that well anymore.
Hey,
Dude,
I
I
am
realized now
that
back in
age.
the
You
day-
shush. I'm right
Like I
there,
realized now
damn
back
it.
in the day, dude. There's times I'm pretty sure like I died, and my mom just said, "Yeah, walk it off," and then I was back.
Walk it off, pussy.
Yeah.
She hit you with the Vicks Vapor Rub in the socks, bro.
She gave you a Sprite and some Vicks, and you were fucking good to go, man.
Dude, that was the concoction. It was
on
like
the bottom of your foot.
it was like Vicks on the bottom of the foot, on the chest. The mom would make a concoction of Sprite and fucking orange juice.
Yup, gotta hit it with that fucking vitamin C. That shit was a cure-all.
And then if that for some reason didn't work, it was all right. Here's 2 things of Robitussin. Go to your room and sleep it off.
Pretty much. Yeah, that was it back in the day.
All right, before we turn this into how old we are episode, anime. But so Kaiju number 8 is on the list. Is like
You
you guys.
I'm gonna give you a new rule of life to go by, DJ, because I can't say the other rule. Whenever any of us 3 recommend an anime to you, fucking watch it.
I still remember when these two picked out an anime by themselves, and they were both kind of culture shocked when they tuned in, and it was not what they thought it was.
Which one?
In their defense, you see a show called Skate Infinity, and you think it's about skateboarding. It's not. It's a romance with skateboarding in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
Still
I
good
was
though.
like, I was like, there's a homoerotic undertone here. Like this is
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
this is leading into the Fujoshi territory. But there's skateboarding involved. Fuck it, I like it. Let's go.
It's like, I'm here for an adventure. Let's see what
It
happens.
was still a good show. So yeah.
I'm here for a fun time.
Oh, that's so funny. That you guys were just culture shocked as shit. You're like, what the hell did we tune into? And I'm like, yeah, that's not really like about skating. It's about 2 guys who skate. Different. It's a very different story.
And rely on each other to be there for strength. And I'm like, okay, yeah. You two
Oh,
are
yeah.
definitely gonna. Mhm.
There's definitely
Wow.
a dynamic here. There's definitely a dynamic forming.
was
Oh
still
shit!
all a good anime. Like I know everybody has their favorite types of anime. Like there's the people that are like, oh, I'm all about the slice of life. I'd like the feel good feeling. Then you have your shonen animes. Like we're just gonna find an enemy and punch him repeatedly. Ah, fan service animes. That's me all day. How are you doing? But
Look at your character and tell me he's not fan service anime. Shut the fuck up.
Look at these ears.
Yeah, ears. Look at those ears, guys. Yeah, never mind. We're done. Moving on.
Anyways, I kind of had
Anyways,
I had a question I wanted to ask you guys. Since anime is becoming more mainstream and showing up in a lot of unexpected places,
Mm.
is there a weird anime collab, like just an anime crossing into something that you haven't seen before that you'd like to see somewhere? Like anime showing up in a mainstream movie series, characters being referenced or written into a new TV series, or maybe merch. Maybe you want to go buy this is just a stupid example, but what if Subaru, the car company, teamed up with Ozaru Subaru, the VTuber, and they had the Ozaru uh, Subaru Outback that had like her colors and like different wheels and shit. I would love a VTuber edition. I think that'd be epic as fuck.
That's oof. There's a lot of different outlets and possibilities for that. What's that? Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Mob Psycho that I'm thinking of?
I don't know. How am I supposed to know?
Describe
DJ
the
has
anime.
brain lock.
Huh?
Describe the anime you're thinking of.
Isn't it like a family of like hitmen or spies that are trying to like either kill each other or
Spy
kill people?
Family.
Spy Family.
Spy Family.
Hey, that's actually pretty. That's actually a pretty cute, like slice of life show.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
nothing like Mob Psycho.
Yeah, nothing
no,
like that.
what? No, not 100%. Nothing similar. Who suggested that?
This guy,
Nobody.
he thought he was thinking about Mob Psycho.
God damn it, DJ. When are you gonna?
Anyways, what would you
Stop
like to see
talking.
Spy Family in?
An assassination classroom.
Spy Family X Assassination Classroom might actually be kind of funny and wholesome.
That'd be
I think that would be
yeah.
kind of cool.
That was cool. I like that.
Considering the little girl's powers, I'd be curious to see what she picks up out of Koro Sensei's brain, bro.
Whoa, this guy is fucked up. Starts walking the other way.
She gets fucking
Holy shit!
frozen in place, terrified.
This guy's got issues. Oh, that's a pretty good one. I wouldn't have thought of that. That's a mainstream anime collabing with another huge title. Like crossovers aren't done enough these days, and I think that would be absolutely sick.
Well, because I know the big thing is like, especially with fighting and tournament style animes, you could smash any two fighting animes together, and it to a degree can make sense. Like if you did another Cell fight tournament, but now you bring in, let's just say, you bring in the Tekken Bloodline cast. You can bring in Dragon Ball. You can bring in, or not
It
Dragon
does
Ball.
not make any sense because
No.
the power scaling's nuts. Dragon Ball characters are destroying planets, my guy.
You know what? Fair.
Anybody else? Any other place you'd like to see kind of anime or anime influence showing up, whether it's merch, movies,
Don't look
media?
at me. I'm drawing a blank.
Mando, anything from you?
I mean, I kind of surround myself with it everywhere I go already.
Yeah.
I mean, even so, like even my coworker just finished watching Hell's Paradise the other week, and I put them onto Jujutsu Kaisen. I know most of my coworkers are watching Hell's Paradise and Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's pretty dope.
So
What
it's like I guess a place you know what? I would love to see an anime themed football team.
Oh my god. Could you imagine if one of the
my word. And I just want them all to be big head ass cutesy girls on the helmet just tackling people. Oh my god, bro. Like look at like the girls from Caramel dancing fucking sacking fools. That'd be hilarious.
Caramel
Are you kidding me? That'd be
Can you imagine?
fantastic.
Can you imagine how baller their cheerleading squad would be? Just full anime outfits.
I want it to be all like just the toughest dudes around. No, fuck the cheerleaders. We're mixing it up. We're gonna appeal to a different audience. Brandon will watch.
Not into the muscle types. Sorry, you're preaching to the wrong
You
one
get there,
here.
Mikey?
No, that was ridiculous.
Do you think there could be a 1,000-Year Blood War X Demon Slayer cross?
And I had a thought. You know, it'd be a cool Demon Slayer cross. Yu Yu Hakusho.
I could see that. I could see that in a heartbeat. Oh fuck!
Oh.
Boxing and
Well-
swords?
Yu Yu Hakusho is not boxing.
No, never mind.
God
What do you
damn
think?
it!
Oh my god!
Again,
swinging the
Demon,
wrist
you're
and all
just
that.
wrong on everything you say tonight.
Oh my god!
I was just like, I'm gonna troll a little bit.
Anyways, the only reason I'd ask is because there are some things nowadays. There's anime jewelry, there's anime merch, there's anime tech gear, and like stuff like that. One area of like aspect I would love to see, and it would do well, especially like JDM style, and I would love to see anime cars. If like a company sponsored with a streamer to make a limited series, like one of 500, one of 1,000, because Toyota did that with Scion. The TCs had a 1.0 release, they had a 5.0 release, and they were very subtly different, but they were unique. Now imagine you got a nice sports model like, I don't know, a BRZ that was titled with a VTuber or a famous streamer, and they were 5,000 release series. Those things would sell like hotcakes. And I'm not a fan of this.
Give Gunrun a couple of years, because the fact that he's managed to make Bishojo go from selling regular merch to chocolates to hats to watches.
The watches are kind of dope too. I'm not gonna.
I can actually see a motor vehicle in a couple years time, especially if like the likes of Mel and Mouse are making like the same impact that they currently are right now. I can absolutely see in a dealership slap a wrap on one of the cars for it.
Or it doesn't even need to be a wrap, like a paint code, like a color code that they don't usually do, like one of their exotic colors of paint. If it was Melodies, it's like plum crazy purple that Dodge has, the ones you see on Dodge sports cars. Yep. Put some trim on it, put some badging on the inside, reminiscent of Project Melody. I think that would sell ridiculously well. Or if it's like,
cover the society around it.
A pink Mouse Miata would sell faster than fucking Oxygen. It would just go. There's nothing that the community is already there to support that car all over the
world. Oh, 100%.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Give it a couple years. It can absolutely happen and be a thing, because like again, Bishojo is like one of the forefront, like not forefront liners, but like at the forefront of this whole like taking this crazy thing called VTubing and applying it everywhere. Same with Hololive. And they're doing such a great job at like with how they handle their staff, because they like to, make their staff happy. Not shooting any names in particular.
Even just anime, because Jeep has done Call of Duty Edition Jeeps. They've done Tomb Raider Edition Jeeps.
Yep.
Dodge did the Defiance TV show Dodge Charger, which was a lifted Dodge Charger with ram bars and sports suspension. I think it was badass. It was kind of cool.
Fucking like Gundam and Attack on Titan have both done Call of Duty collabs.
They have done Call of Duty collabs. Fucking Attack on Titan did a Subaru commercial.
Yeah.
It was Subaru Outback running from the Titans. That was the commercial. They didn't do like a Attack on Titan edition, which would have been sick. It'd be a little more rough, a little more rugged. I think that'd be fucking awesome. But like, I think we're one step away from getting that really cool automotive collaboration where they just bring something wild to life.
This has been stewing in my head for a while. This is totally off topic of what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to see someone do an Overlord MMO. Like an actual Overlord MMO placed in the world of Overlord.
Interesting. Playing in the world of Yggdrasil, all the power scaling, all the balance. I get where you're coming from too, because some of the classes they make are the shit that RPG and MMO fans dream.
Yeah.
Like the vampire overlord, like Shaltir, where they can drain damage off of it, drain the damage they dealt from enemies and add it to HP pool. That would be so sick.
It's kind of like class. It's kind of like the class system. I want them to go for some like how Ashes of Creation is striving to do, where they'll go for one. Like one will start with a ranger, but then there's that whole table of classes, and they can go from ranger and then spec also into like say I don't know mage and become like an elemental ranger, something like that. I have whole trees of shit you can spec into
Yep.
and just
There's
make
not enough
whatever
of that
class
anymore.
you can make, and that's what I'm kind of shooting for. If someone were to make an Overlord MMO, that's what I would want. Just go crazy with the class system, because variety in an MMO, that sounds like a good time. There's not
So
enough
are you?
variety.
I guess. Are you asking for like the Overlord characters to be part of the MMO,
Maybe as NPCs.
or just being like just having an MMO set in the Overlord world?
I would say just sit in the Overlord world. I don't. If they wanted to incorporate the characters as like NPCs, they could. But I really think that just having an MMO set in the world
Like a
would be good
fantasy-based MMO, pretty much.
Yeah, but set
Like a
in the
high
world of it.
fantasy.
Yeah, very high
Yeah.
fantasy.
I got you. That would be pretty tight, honestly. Like Elder Scrolls Online is like I consider that low fantasy, honestly. Like I want high anime fantasy MMO.
Yeah,
With plasma rifles and cyber tech golems and shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
but in the medieval times with
I'm
one
so down
jack-
for this.
with one
Absolutely.
jackass artificer in the corner building
You
everything.
can pick out like with a
Yeah, we
multitude
know
of
it's you.
races. Yeah, you artificer. Like multiple like races that are in that world, playable characters.
100%. That would be the tightest thing in the world.
Exactly. You see, anime can be made into so many different things.
Exactly.
that would
Like
be nice.
we're entering a brave new world here.
I shut the fuck up.
What?
A brave new world.
What's wrong with that?
Whatever. You Disney fuck.
All right, but I
Meh.
think it's about time that we start closing this out because we've been going for a while. Am I right?
About an hour and a half.
Yeah. Do we want to keep going, or should we end right here?
Let's go. Let's end it. I think it's been
All
good.
right.
Let's end it.
Ladies and germs, we've gotten to the point of the episode where we call this time. It is outro time. We have made it to the end of another episode of the NoSkill podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're gonna come down the line with the boys, and let's see here. Give an anime recommendation to the people that you would want them to watch. Maybe I'll actually listen and watch it. I won't, but maybe I will. Starting with you, Mando.
Big O.
Your body collapsed in itself.
I know. I got something in my eye.
Soda in your eye?
I got something in my eye. Give me
Okay.
a break.
All right.
So yours is Big O.
Yes. Big O.
All right.
Big
Moving down the line. Mikey.
Let's see. Anime recommendation. If I had to say one, I'd recommend that I don't think people have seen. I'm going to lean into. Oh fucking hell, my eye. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Probably, especially since it is getting older now. Another giant robot series to keep in line with our theme here. Code Geass is a classic to me, and it's very deep, and it's got a lot of diversity to the story, and it gets me every time. And there's a good bit of heft to it. There's a lot of show to watch, so it'll last people a good while.
It's a crazy story.
It's a really crazy story.
For me, it's a quick burner, but I would recommend My Girlfriend Is a Real Girl. Long story short, nerd boy dates the hot chick, and he doesn't believe that she actually likes him. And so she has to, not she has to prove herself, but he tries his best to prove that she doesn't actually like him. And then in the end, turns out, guess what? She actually likes to fuck her.
What a loser.
For real. What a geeko. And then Brandon?
I think I'm gonna recommend one that I talked about earlier. I would go to the high fantasy side, since these guys are. We got mech, robot area. You, what is yours? Like a slice of life?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go the fantasy route, and I'm gonna say, I'm a spider. So what? Or so what if I'm a spider? Whatever. That title really gets me every time. But yeah, it's just this girl dies in a explosion in her classroom. Her and her classmates all die in an explosion, and they all get resurrected along with the teacher to a new world. But she is different. She gets resurrected as a spider monster, and she has to survive in I guess, a very difficult high level dungeon as a newborn spider, and you watch her journey as she evolves and grows.
Sounds cute enough.
Hell yeah. All right, but that'll do it for us at No Skill Entertainment. Thank you very much for tuning in. Just a heads up that down below there's some buttons in the comment section, and I highly recommend you do whatever you want to with them. And we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.